What if I told you that right now, thousands of machines are quietly circling Earth, watching the planet from space? Not hundreds, thousands. Today, more than 12,000 active satellites orbit our planet. Some track the weather, others power global communications, and many of them are constantly capturing images of the world below. From hundreds of kilometers above the surface, these satellites can observe Earth with incredible clarity. The modern commercial imaging satellites can capture pictures at 25 to 30 centimeter resolution. At that level of detail, analysts can clearly identify objects on the ground, even a person standing on a rooftop. And the number of eyes in orbit is growing rapidly. One company, Planet Labs, operates a large fleet of small satellites known as doves. With roughly 180 spacecraft in orbit, they photograph nearly the entire surface of Earth every single day. Another powerful imaging system, Worldview 3, circles Earth at an altitude of about 617 kilometers. Its cameras are so precise that analysts can identify the make and model of a vehicle from space. Meanwhile, Europe's Sentinel-2 satellite, developed by the European Space Agency, scans enormous portions of Earth in a single pass, capturing 290-kilometer-wide strips of land every time it orbits the planet. And here's the key point. These are not secret military systems. They are commercial satellites, which means their data can be purchased by governments, corporations, researchers, or anyone willing to pay. But their impact goes far beyond surveillance. Satellite imagery can now detect illegal deforestation within hours of trees being cut down. In 2023, researchers used commercial satellite data to monitor more than 1,700 coal mines across China, tracking industrial activity from space. Emergency agencies rely on the same technology. After major disasters, the Federal Emergency Management Agency uses satellite imagery to assess damage and map destroyed infrastructure, often before rescue teams can even reach the area. In modern warfare, satellites have become even more critical. During the war in Ukraine, independent analysts tracked troop movements using publicly available satellite imagery, sometimes before official military briefings confirmed the activity. The remarkable part is this. What was once classified intelligence is now becoming commercial data, and the pace of growth is accelerating. Companies like SpaceX, founded by Elon Musk, already operate thousands of satellites. Their Starlink network alone has deployed around 8,000 spacecraft in low Earth orbit. But the next generation of satellites could push imaging even further. Engineers are now developing systems capable of 10-centimeter resolution. At that level of detail, satellites could theoretically read large printed text, even a newspaper headline, from orbit. In 2024, a startup called Albedo Space announced plans to launch satellites flying at just 300 kilometers above Earth, nearly half the altitude of the International Space Station. The goal is simple: push commercial satellite imaging to an entirely new level of detail. And that raises a question humanity has never fully answered before. The satellites already exist. The technology is advancing rapidly, but the laws governing it are still catching up. So the real question isn't whether satellites can watch Earth. The question is, who owns the data they collect? And what are they allowed to do with it? Do they have to tell you when they're watching? Or is the answer to that question still being written? If this fascinated you, follow for more space stories and share it with someone who loves the universe.